he was down here, I don't know where he would be.
Where? No, I know where he would be. I know where he would be. But yeah, boy. Well, we're live though. Easy herbs still. Yeah, we're live. We're live. We stay live. We're here at Brixton, trying to find some herbs. My little sis, you know, so we're gonna have a build today about science and health, yeah? So just look out in store. Let me just put it here. Oh yeah, this is one coming over by. Which one? Which one? We're here at the herb store. Barbara, the bitters in that still. We got the window leaf. Yeah. I'm trying to find they don't sell sarsaparilla. What about chain root?
I've never heard of that one, you know.
I never heard of that one. That one's strong. Is that strong back? Yeah, strong back. That's strong back. That's strong. I don't know. That's strong back. You got the sea moss there.
What festival?
Well, the sea moss. We've got loads of sea moss. We've got loads of lemon.
Festival is coming.
And even more, look. Have you heard of any of these herbs?
Honestly, a lot of people. I know about a lot of herbs.
I need to got some money. Come back though still.
You have sour sop. You do? Where is it?
Sour sop.
Oh man, fine. You might get some. What do you think you recommend?
Wow.
Thank you. How much is that? I'll get one of those. Thank you.
I need to go get some money out of the cash machine still. Oh yeah, actually you pay, but I can card as well. Yeah. Card. That's the way. We getting sour sop, yeah?
I'll get some sour sop leaves, yeah. And I'm gonna try some. You got anything you can recommend?
I don't know. You know, I know. Chain root, there's two different types. Yeah, score though, isn't it? £20 chain root. £20. Just one day. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Some of these I haven't even heard of.
Before, yeah.
Ironweed. Ironweed. I'm hoping that's good in iron.
Yeah, you can fish it.
Yeah, so Elder, so do you know the ironweed? Is that high in iron? The ironweed. Ironweed. For iron, yeah? Boy, I have to mix it up with the thing though, so. Ironweed. Give me a week. Jello dock.
Yeah.
Jello dock.
Oh,
Nah. Huh? Where's it? Is it strong back here? Is it strong back here? Yeah, strong back there. It is. That's an Aphrodisiac, innit? Yeah, strong back. £5 there too. Yeah, well, good to go, innit? Good to go. You ain't got the honey goat weed though, have you? I finished, yeah. Yeah, boy.
I tell you what, I bet you're better than herbs, innit?
Boy, nah, not even that, but there's one herb that I want to get hold of still. With a mango leaf. Which one did you just get?
I
Mango
got
leaf
sour
there.
sop. Yeah, I got sour sop. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to get.
Yeah, let me just get those two still. I'll pay by card, please.
Lemon, I need to do some research on some of these.
Yeah, you need to, yeah.
Come back because then I'm
100. That's the way. It's always a learning thing.
nice. That sounds good. What's this one for? What does it do?
Search me heart. And search me heart as well. You have to get the search me heart. You know the search me heart?
Yeah,
you know about that.
Mango leaf.
£15 there.
Mango leaf.
Yeah, boy. So yep, I'm definitely picking up all the herbs still. That bitter wood though, that's powerful there for the parasites, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's cleansing the blood. That's
Cleansing the blood, yeah. Yeah, loads, man. All the way in the back as well. You got, what that sarsaparilla? You got sarsaparilla then?
No, run
Ah,
out.
run out.
So we have some Monday to get some Monday.
Nah, it's too much, man.
To get some Monday.
You can spend a whole lifetime learning these herbs, though, innit?
Because you know, this is our thing.
Yeah. You deal with the bitters. What type of bitter? It's just bitter wood, innit? It's bitter wood.
I've not tried that personally.
Yeah, but you've got the sour.
Cleansing of the blood.
Yeah, cleansing the blood. Alright, blessings, though, yeah?
Thank you so much. Have a lovely day, okay?
Yeah. Let's go. Which way? So, well, I'm gonna take it.
I'm gonna take a mirror, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I need a recording as you take. People in Jamaica call it the heart.
Yeah. Yes, family. So we're here. Yeah, so easy herbs. With little sis. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, man. So we bought some herbs. We bought random. Don't even think that man's.
You man's not the expert, you get me?
Nah, because he don't even. We're all learners right here with the herbs there still. So it's definitely gonna be some Google search on some of these. But this is what I bought from the same shop weeks before. You know, you got some sarsaparilla as well. You know what that's good for? That's good for iron.
Is that how they make the sarsaparilla drink as well?
Yeah, sarsaparilla drink this to
Okay.
soak it up.
Remember that thing back in the day? Right?
We need to learn how to. Well, we need to soak it up and see. We need to definitely pull up the iron content. The sarsaparilla is one of them.
Yeah.
The sarsaparilla juice is banging.
And what's iron good for?
Good for the transportation of oxygen around your blood.
Okay.
You know, because you need it for the hemoglobin. Yeah, because hemoglobin's got the feed too, around the protein. That's why I need this board. I need my board. Easier to come back. You can freeze up, but yeah.
There's a board here, you know, somewhere.
I got a handboard and a pen. But yeah, it's right there. But I think that's what you need. The hemoglobin is within a red blood cell. Yeah, and that holds the oxygen to the red blood cell. And then when the red blood cells circulate around your body, it drops off the oxygen. So you need a hemoglobin, which is the iron that holds in the oxygen. And then
So would that help with sports? Like, see, like in practical everyday life, like, would it help with sports or weightlifting?
Everything.
Or more just or your brain and how you communicate, how you intake information?
Everything. That's the thing. And another thing as well, when we talk about the blood circulation, a lot of people are coming down with clogged up arteries.
Yeah.
And that's a problem.
And the clogged up arteries is from a lack of blood circulation?
Yeah.
Or from issues with blood circulation?
Well, it's a build up or blockage of your blood circulation through inflammation, mucus, and etc. caused by dietary fat.
Fat, cholesterol.
Yeah. A lot of women, are falling victim for it because then it causes what we call blood clot. Blood clot is life and death. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing. Sarsaparilla helps with the iron, but then when it comes to the shit like that though, that shit like the train look at you.
Real life, we're back in it.
But anywho, when the trains fly back, we might go quiet for that one. But yeah, so especially when women goes through the menstrual cycle,
They lose a lot of iron.
So
you get fatigue and stuff like that.
Okay, that's why women feel tired.
Yeah, they feel tired. But they lose a lot of minerals in general, which is why they can have things like mood swings if you're low on a lot of things. Even things like vitamin D, you know. Vitamin D is key and it plays a big role in your hormonal system as well.
Yeah.
So mood swings are one of the things. I've had issues with that in the past.
With vitamin, what lack of
With
vitamin D?
lack of vitamin D, like I mean, even when we went through the whole like COVID thing, you're in the house a lot. Black skin is harder to absorb the sunlight from as well, so it's harder to make. It's tied to things like your mood, hair loss, your immune system. It's tied to a lot of things.
Our cousin's got one of them there.
What?
Hair loss.
Is it?
He has a patch on his head when it goes winter time,
Crazy.
and when it's summer it goes back.
Is it? Don't lie.
No,
You
I think
probably
I'm similar still, you know. It's the vitamin D,
Vitamin D is
I
key.
see a little patch in my thing, that's why I kept on. You get me? I see a little patch in my thing, and then like recently the patch gone. But I'm thinking that might be the sun.
Vitamin D is a big one.
Might
for
be the
that.
sun.
Summer thing,
Come
boy.
on that side to know.
Yeah,
Come
boy.
outside.
Be careful, boy. As I was saying, that means that what the vitamin D then intake, you eat food with vitamin D.
And mushrooms are high
D
in
free,
vitamin D.
yeah, definitely,
Mushrooms are
definitely.
high in vitamin
So
D.
vitamin,
Do you know, I actually read a study, right, and it was talking about mushrooms, and if you take the mushrooms and you put them in the sun, but face them gill side up, it increases the vitamin D content by like some 1000%. I can't remember the exact
Yeah?
figure. Yeah, but just because they absorb
It
it.
would make sense. No?
Yeah.
It would make sense. Nature, innit? Everything.
if you turn it upside down.
Yeah,
yeah,
into
so
the
it
sun.
goes upwards.
Yeah,
Mm.
before you consume them, yeah, it increases it. I need to get that study and show you.
Yeah, one guy is the one more important. A lot of people don't like the mushrooms though.
Yeah.
Nah, mushrooms, like, when you sauce them up properly,
Yeah.
and
They're
put a bit of
alright.
pink Himalayan salt, and you're good, blood.
Yeah,
They are right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying. I'm saying even I think it's fried. I don't know if that takes away some of the minerals.
Yeah, depending what oil you use when it comes to the veganism. I think the best oil, depending how hot you fry it on certain oils. 'Cause I know that I think avocado oil is one good one, but you don't want to have it deep fried.
What about vegetable oil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But basics.
So what else you got in this
Boy,
packs?
they want to stop. So yeah, sarsaparilla is one of them. Women need to have it, you know, because iron content start making you feel tired and etc. Boy, you need to have this in your dietary, man. Sarsaparilla is one of them. And another one as well, as we're on that subject of iron. I didn't know nothing about this one though, still, but the guy showed, man, that iron weed, another source of high in iron.
Burdock fruit is good one too.
Yeah, burdock,
Fruit
yeah,
is really good.
and dandelion.
Yeah, I love it.
Burdock is fire. And these are the roots that you need to get hold of. Keep your
And it's very good for women because during their menstrual cycle, women obviously are losing blood, and obviously that can cause mood swings.
Yep.
So having a good
Tiredness.
and tiredness. You get me? I think tiredness is kind of connected to mood swings as well, isn't it? Like,
Yeah.
you know when children are irritable, yeah, a lot of the time they're hungry or tired.
You'll be surprised
You
that
know
a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying?
minerals are tied to your
You know what I'm saying? When my you get tired, misery. Yeah, whether it's waking up in the morning, or we're out late and she gets tired.
Tired, yeah.
So like even when we talk about mood swings and mental health, a lot of that is based on not just physical rest but mental rest as well. That's what I was talking to you about. The movement organising the thing.
Yeah.
Mentally, bro, man's tired. Physically, I'm awake, but mentally, man's tired. So I'm trying to get the energy again to.
Another thing, a question for you, Safiya, about calories. I want you to break down calories. So I know that you probably have more of an understanding of calories to me than me. Because I know what sugar does and why we need sugar for the majority, for the highest percentage of sugar get used. I know where that gets used in.
Calories are more to do with like the energy that you get in the food.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that ties into glucose, to be honest.
Okay.
I don't focus on calories. Too many people, I think they're too focused on calories.
Okay.
When it's more about the nutrient density of your food.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
You can get a lot of calories, for example, in an avocado. That doesn't mean it's bad for you. Whereas you can get a similar amount in a burger, and the burger's bad. So it's where you're getting your calories from. So honestly, I don't focus on calories.
Calories. So what is actually calories then?
It's let's get the definition up.
Yeah.
Isn't it like kilojoules?
Because the thing,
or
a
something
lot of
like-
people talk about calories. Oh, this has got a lot of calories. And
Yeah, but it's not about the calories.
But even then, because I know majority of your glucose that used for energy is using your brain, the neurons you use. So most of the source of your sugar, you want more because your brain is active, 24 active. So if you're thinking more than the average and doing things more than average, you're gonna need that calories.
Yeah, but not all calories are equal. Look, a calorie is a unit of energy.
Unit
And not
of
all
energy.
calories are equal. Because the calories that you're going to get from an avocado or a nut is not going to be the same that you're going to get from like beef or a burger or some processed food. It's not the same. It's just a unit of energy.
A unit of energy.
Because I think the reason that people take it into consideration is because the more energy you consume, people say, okay, the more you store as fat. So they try to reduce their calories as a result. But as I said, not all calories are the same.
So you said if calories don't get used, it gets stored as fat.
Well, it depends where you're getting your calories from, but yeah, that's kind of the relationship between calories and people trying to lose weight.
Lose weight,
Yeah, because they kind of reduce that so that they can reduce their fat. But as I said, I don't focus on calories. because the same calories you get from avocado or from seeds is not the same calories you're going to get from something else, and your body deals with different nutrients, it metabolizes them differently. So some things are easier to burn as well. It's much easier to burn healthy fats than processed fats.
Okay.
So I don't really take into consideration.
Lipids and all that,
different types of fats, saturated
and they get converted as well. Most or even up to the amino acids. You got the the glucose, we know that they get converted in the cell, mitochondrial. But we know that the protein also can get converted in a gateway called citric acid that can convert it into energy. So most of these sources of food, even up to fats, can get converted into energy for cells to use, to utilize.
So you use carbs and you use fats.
Yeah, and protein.
Yeah, you use protein too.
Yeah.
Isn't that a last resort though?
I think that's the last resort.
Yeah.
That's the last resort, but they're still converted.
Still
It's called
use it.
citric acid cycle. I think. But it's just everything is just it's utilized for the cells to use and do their functioning. You know, protein is needed for the endoplasmic reticulum to build up our source. Because it's like the thing is with food, like they say macronutrients and micro.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming micronutrients is the protein chain. So the protein is a chain of amino acids.
Macronutrients,
Look,
I swear, like
micronutrients is
isn't
a
that
chain,
minerals and stuff like that? No?
a chain. Well, if
The mineral content or like the vitamins based, macros would be like proteins, fats. That's
carbs,
macronutrients.
yeah.
But micronutrients would be like your enzymes and your minerals and your vitamins, no?
Wait.
Your
So which one's larger, macro or
macros bigger.
bigger? Okay, so
Yeah.
your macronutrients is your protein. Yeah,
your carbs and
yeah,
fats.
your fats. And then when it gets breaking down, so when those proteins turn into amino acids, that's your micronutrients.
Let me pull up a definition.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
So that means that when you consume food and it gets broken down in your digestive system, your stomach acids and everything breaks down those macronutrients into micronutrients, which is the singular amino acids.
Examples of iron, calcium, vitamin D, vitamin A, folate, vitamin E. So these are all like the vitamins and the minerals. These are these are the things that you should actually look for when you eat food.
Yeah. And then macro.
People focus a lot on how much fat am I getting, how much protein am I getting, but really and truly your body needs these minerals and these micronutrients to function.
Okay.
To create hormones, to create new cells, new tissues, enzymes that your body needs to function.
Yeah.
Things like that, new cells.
Yeah, new cells. Yeah, and new proteins for your body. So that's what cells
But your cells incorporate the minerals into proteins.
And the amino acids.
Exactly.
In the endoplasmic reticulum. But that's what I'm saying. With the macro and the
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is the macro is the protein full content. And then when it gets put into your stomach acid, it gets broke down by the enzymes that you're talking about, the amylase, the lipids that break down the fat, and the pepsin that breaks down the amino acids. So now the protein gets splitting off because the chain that links them together, they break the chain. So that's when it comes into the the micro nutrients. Because now, once it gets put into what you call your small intestines, that's where it gets transported in your bloodstream.
Yeah.
So everything gets broken down into singular micronutrients. So for the blood circulation to pump around your body and your cells to pick it up via receptors. So that's how it works. Everything. So you bite in. So you eat as a whole, and your stomach break it down, and then the cells rebuild them back again. So it's a cycle.
Into new proteins.
Yeah.
In the body. Yeah.
It creates protein.
Yeah.
Because now those amino acids get picked up by the cells via receptors, and then it get converted into what you call your Golgi apparatus, and then the endoplasmic reticulum by the ribosomes. The ribosomes pick up the little amino acids and then pull them into a machine.
Put them together,
And this is where the translation happens.
Yeah.
You know, whatever the cell is destined to create, it will make it up, and then it seals it up in the endoplasmic reticulum, and then sends it out. So each cell has its own mission and own job to do, and it helps the creation of whatever it needs to do through the sources that you eat for your food.
Absolutely, yeah.
So
That's important. That's why these herbs contain like a lot of micronutrients in them.
Yeah.
In a way that's easy for your body to break down as well.
Break
because
down.
You can get them from sources like, I don't know, like beef and stuff, but it's very difficult for your body. So you end up using a lot more energy to break it down. You're using minerals to break them things down anyway.
Yeah.
So your body needs those things anyway to function.
Yeah.
So I think it's important to have herbal teas and things like that, and fruits and vegetables where it's much easier for your body to assimilate those micronutrients without burning too much of the source of what you have already.
And not having a long period of time of food sitting in your
stomach,
colon.
exactly.
Because you know that can cause havoc, especially if you're going to sleep and then having your food sitting in the stomach. So you want to make sure that you eat your biggest meal from around 12 o'clock. So at least when you do go to sleep, you're not sitting on the food. So so that's how it works. You know, your food, your dietary has to. That's why, if anything, protein shakes and protein foods, and especially when people get old and they have soups and mashed up food, it's more effective for the person to gain the nutrients, because you don't have to go through that whole, your stomach don't have to go through that whole process of breaking it down.
Yeah, it's much easier for it to break down to the molecular level for you to absorb through your intestines.
For yourself to pick up.
Yeah, that's why juices are great.
Yeah.
Smoothies are great.
Yep.
I do a lot of smoothies personally because I still enjoy the fibre.
Yeah.
That needs to stay in it, and you just get more for your money because I buy a lot of organic things.
Yep.
And I don't like it going out as pulp.
Oh, okay. Yep. Definitely. Definitely. The fibre is good for what?
It pulls toxins out your intestines.
Okay.
A lot of and this is the thing. A lot of people don't realize, if you're doing a detox, you need to increase your fibre intake.
Okay.
Because if you don't, when you have it, basically the body uses the fibre to draw the toxins out through your colon. But if you don't have the fibre, it just gets reabsorbed back into your bloodstream.
Wow.
So that's one of the reasons why it's key. So it burdens your liver, for example, which then has to detox again to remove a lot of the stuff. So you have to have that fibre constantly to draw that out of your stomach and out of your body. So fibre is key. A lot of people don't really know.
What about the hormones, though? I know you studied a little bit more. You know.
I did. It was some years ago though. But hormones for me are key. I mean, the reason why I started eating healthy in the first place is because I had an imbalance of hormones. I believe I had polycystic ovaries syndrome, is when you basically have cysts in your ovaries because my periods completely stopped. First, it was a thing where I was getting my periods maybe like every 3 months, and then it just got worse and worse to the point I never had it for a year. So I decided to basically change my diet at that point. I stopped all the junk food, I juiced everything.
What was it eating before?
Because I've always been slim in it. Like I've always been trying to eat. I was through college, uni, I was eating a lot of KFC, McDonald's, just junk.
Oh, junk, yeah.
I hardly had any fruit. I hadn't even had things like pomegranates or, all the vegetables and fruit. Nah, listen, I didn't know what those were, man. I wasn't eating none of that. So it wasn't until I changed my diet that I realized, like after a month of juicing every single day, eating vegetables, fruits, cutting out the junk food, my period came.
Okay.
The month after that, I was pregnant. Like that, my body reversed itself that quickly. So I'm always like, almost
testimony.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But you know what? As I say, it's crazy because the thing is that same way of living, my brother went through. My older brother went through, and he had mad problems with his colon.
Really?
Yeah, proper mad problems with his colon, and he transformed it.
Really?
The doctors were even talking about they might have to operate and cut.
Really?
Yeah. So this is no joke.
Yeah, it's key.
So
Because you find the body knows how to heal itself. You just have to create a clean environment for the cells to do their work.
To do the job.
When you have a lot of toxins in your body, when you have a lot of things, it prevents.
I think that's one of the ways, because what my thing is how to describe this knowledge in a way where your average person will be able to see direct benefits or be able to understand what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So I think one of the ways that even you're talking there is like, it's just an idea.
Yeah, of course.
Like say there's a cartoon,
yeah,
and it's got different cells in the body.
Okay,
like,
okay.
And then like it shows like this hair makes the cells weak.
That's
and
interesting.
They lose the battle. You get me?
That's what it is though.
This air, CMOS and that makes the cells strong, and they start banding up all the bad things that are trying to come. You know, like that. Like it's like a superhero movie, but it's going on inside your body.
No, but that's facts though.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
That's facts. But this is why like, whoa, no, I was gonna take it off topic, but I was gonna say, but this is why mythologies are so important.
Yeah.
Because like you just said, you just created something that is factual, but you turn it into a cartoon form for people to understand the science behind it. And this is why I bought it, but it's a different discussion for another
That's
day.
interesting. I was watching something similar on the way here, but they will leave that for another day.
So cartoons and cells actually being actual walking around like a potato man or something, and then having conversations and having beef
having beef. They got beef with the acidics, or you know what I'm saying?
That's what goes on.
And the alkaline has to come and balance things out and give them the
and there's more, because you got bacteria, so you got different gangs, you got viruses, you got different gangs, different gangs that help you, and they got snakes within their organisation.
Heavy metals and things.
Heavy metals that you bring in, and then the environmental hazard that comes in, and you know, so it's a lot.
It is.
You can definitely make a cartoon out of it, you know, Russ's idea, but this is the understanding of what mythology is. It's a great teaching tool. Great teaching tool.
It is actually.
And then how you explain it is how it is. Because these microorganisms,
my brain kind of, to understand things, I see it
and they communicate with each other as well.
Because your cells are intelligent. They are intelligent. They know exactly what to do. It's just that we prevent that. We're holding it back because of the things that we eat. That stop them from being able to function.
Even I'm seeing like the cells saying, she's gone into McDonald's again. Prepare, everyone prepare. They're all preparing. It's quite shaky, like turbulence. You know what I'm saying? And then boom, she's juicing. Yes, they're all excited inside.
Powering up like Goku, whatever.
Goku, Super Saiyan.
That's exactly how it works.
My guy Super Saiyan and that.
That's exactly how it works, though.
It is
exactly how it works.
It is.
And that's the thing. The change.
And even what your body needs, argue with your taste buds. Because I think that's the biggest battle that a lot of people have on their own.
Depending on who's got control.
That's it. Because obviously the taste buds are saying, yo, I want the sugar, I want the It's like, you get me, but their body's saying, no, but I don't need that. I need the nutrition. I need and it's that battle, and it's what discipline that you have in order to win that battle that defines your health on the long run. You know what I'm saying?
With the gustatory system. I don't know if you're gonna say something.
No, I'm alright.
Now what I was gonna say about the taste buds, because I broke it down on my channel. Each taste refers to different types of ions now. So now I'm going straight into the deep end. Because you know what it is? I'm gonna have to say it. I was gonna say it. I was gonna jump on it, but I thought let me just I send some shots out there. Because a lot of people do talk of this alkaline and this alkaline and this pH level dietary, because they all jump on the bandwagon of Dr. Sebi. Some people use it just to promote their brand. It's not genuine. It's just a name in front of your product that you can use to the black community, especially.
A lot of people do that.
You see, and they don't know the science behind it. So this is where I'm going to send some indirect shots, because with the pH level, we can throw that like we know what we're talking about, but if we're not speaking on the content of ions now, we're talking about electrons, protons, and neutrons now, ions, positive ions. This is where that a lot of people will get lost now, because now we're talking about electrical charges, and how it benefits the body. This is when we're dealing with ions, pH level. pH levels means is the percentages of hydrogen, percentages of hydrogen ion in your body. So when you got a drink water with a pH level of 7 or 8, that means that you're feeding your cells and it's feeding your body a fluid with high ion content. And we understand that with high ion content, we're producing more what we call now as antioxidants, which is molecules, which is just like it's molecules.
They reduce oxidative stress.
They help battle against an attack on your cells. So when we understand, I don't want to give out too much knowledge on that because I want to break it down a little bit more, but when we deal with the alkaline and all that, when people throw those scientific terms and jumping on wagons and using other people's teachers' faces and names to push their product, we need to be a little bit more understanding of what these actually concepts mean and how it actually works with the body. Because when we deal with the ion content within our body, it works two ways now, because even up to the percentage of ions in juice and drinks benefits us in the way that we just explained, oxidative stress and antioxidants feeding cells the extra electrons. In food it might differ. In eating food it might differ. So we have to be very careful when we throw out these scientific terms and jumping on bandwagons and don't really understand the full content of what you're saying. Because there's a lot of food that, for example, citric acid, which comes into your, which is on the pH level is acidic.
Yeah, very acidic.
But when it gets through your digestive system, it enters into your your stomach acid.
Residue, doesn't it?
It turns into alkaline. That's why citric acid is a little bit, problematic when you speak upon it. And then, so it's a little bit, I'm just throwing that shot there. I'm going to break down the percentage of hydrogen a little bit more better on my channel. I do that other because let's give people the basic. Yeah. But I'm just putting out there for all them guys that are using, 100. Just giving out there for the people that use those faces, the great legends, and coming up with contents and don't actually know what they're talking about. So let's go more. Search me heart. Search me heart, that's a Jamaican herb. Most of these herbs are from the West Indies, as you can see when we went through the Brixton market, we popped out the Rasta man that they pulled out all them things there. So search me, which herb did you buy?
Me?
Yeah, and the one that you might want to talk about.
Sour sop. You know what, I'm kind of new to sour sop. I was researching it the other day and I found that it had some really good, kind of like...
Cancer fighting.
Yeah, exactly, good food for that. So I was like, wow, and I think it's good for something else. But it was mainly the you okay? It was mainly the anti-carcinogenic effects that I thought this was good for.
Anti-carcinogenic.
Yeah.
But that word there is a little bit too long, so I'll break down what anti-cancer agents. So anything that, so when you hear carcinogenic, just know that it's a substance that can possibly create cancer in your body. It attacks your cells, So carcinogenic. Pimento leaf, I was told this is really beneficial. I bought this a lot of times. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't gonna front that Eazi knows all the, you know what I mean, but pimento is meant to be good. A Jamaican lady was showing man that it's meant to be good for the digestive system and getting rid of toxins. Because your cells get rid of toxins as well. Heavy, the lysosome helps the cell get rid of heavy metals in your help the cells get rid of heavy metals in your in the cells.
And just for people that don't know, I mean, how would you use that?
Well, just soak it up,
Put it in the tea.
put it in the tea. These tea bags you can buy these,
I grind them up sometimes. I grind it up or I put it in a grinder.
Yep.
And grind it up because sometimes I feel like you get more from it if you got like, do you know when it's kind of in a powder form now?
Yeah.
You're drinking some of that as you actually drink.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, I actually grind it up.
Okay.
Got a coffee grinder, grind it up. So it's the smaller pieces. And you
drink it.
Yeah, you get more of it. The big bits I sieve out. The smaller bits I get through the sieve. At least you're still getting that in your body. You're still using that.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
But one question though, because a question that I don't really like. I know how I cook up my herbs, but what I would say is, how do you clean your herbs?
I just sometimes I just use like lime water.
Okay. So you soak them.
Yeah, I soak them in like lime water.
Yeah.
And then use them like that.
And then after you shuck away the existing thing and then you just boil them up. Because boiling kills viral as well. Boiling kills the content of viral and antibacterial stuff as well. But it's a good way using lemon and lime. But remember, lemon and lime kind of enhances the minerals in certain foods as well, like fruit and veg. Soaking it and leaving it in lemon lime enhances the minerals in it. So that's another way, because now there's a scientific term that they're saying that the fruits and veg that's been growing nowadays, they're losing about 30% of their content of minerals nowadays.
Why is it? Because they're not drawing it off from the soil? Is that what you mean?
Well, no, maybe not even that. Even up to the fertilizer that they're using, and even up to the environmental stuff. I think now evolution is going on. The content of food in England, I assume. I don't think it's in the West Indies.
Well, one thing I am aware of, the way that a lot of these people, like these massive farms and stuff they grow, they're supposed to rotate the land that you grow your vegetables and fruits on.
Okay.
But they don't rotate it. And the reason why you're supposed to rotate it, so say for example you grow it here one year, next year you grow it on another, so you allow that land there to replenish.
Okay.
So if it doesn't replenish and you keep on growing in the same night, it sucks up all the minerals and stuff from it.
Okay,
so that your
land.
food that you actually then have that grow from it are mineral depleted. So I think I saw.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So our food is not as minerally dense as it used to be. I remember watching some show, and I think they gave an example and said back in the day to eat like one tomato, for example.
Yeah.
You would have to eat 5 of them now. to get the same that you get from so it's,
Yeah.
that's why even organic is good. I think sometimes organic they're more careful about the soil. I think they have certain
They don't use organic.
no, they don't use certain fertilizers. I know,
yeah.
but I think they might have certain soil. I have to look it up. That they have to kind of adhere to in terms of how they grow it.
Grow it, yeah.
So I think that's actually more. I mean, one thing that you can do, and what I try to do, I try to grow my own little microgreens. Microgreens, sprouts, things like that, because then you're not getting it from where they're constantly using the soil. You can use your own soil.
Yeah.
And grow like microgreens. They can like sunflower seeds. You can do. What's it called? Sunflower seed, pumpkin seed,
garlic,
into,
onions.
Yeah, grow them into little microgreens and you can cut them and eat them. That's organic already. Save money. It takes a few days to grow.
Cook your own food. That's what the thing is. Try to cook as much as you can. You know.
Yeah, and grow as much as you can.
Aphrodisiacs. I'm gonna do a special video about aphrodisiac. Yeah, one of them is strongback Jamaican herb. There's another one called honey goat weed, and there's even donkey weed as well. I think I got donkey weed. Yeah, donkey weed. Yeah, boy. This is Jamaican terms, look.
Yeah, I can
We
tell.
got donkey weed there. but this honey goat weed. I don't think donkey weed is an aphrodisiac, so I might be wrong. But this strongback. Let me just show you. But I know strongback is the aphrodisiac. There's one video of mine that is people love, but I just don't have it. I need to get hold of it. Which is in Malondo. When I get hold of that, I'm gonna be talking about aphrodisiacs and how it benefits our body. But yeah, let me just go into a quick strongback. Strongback is benefits, but yeah. So this is what you go out and buy, man. Do your research on the herbs that you haven't, and then we just find the benefits. Still, strongback. So it strengthens the back. Strongback.
That's why they call it that. Jamaicans are very literal, so if they call it that, that's what it does.
Strongback. Well, 3 reasons they call it. Well, strengthens their back. So, for any guys that having problems with their back and all that, because when they start getting older and all that, well, this is one of the herbs that you can use. Strong core muscle and help prevent back pain, strengthening the back. But I'm sure the
What's the nutritional content? Does it tell you what it has inside, like magnesium?
Find out.
I've got the original banana, then you get me.
Yeah, the little, the baby, the baby.
Yeah. Then what are they called again?
Some dead.
There's a name for it. Burrow?
Yeah, something like.
Is it a burrow one?
Yeah.
Is it burrow or something? I was gonna say bulla one, but I don't
Island baby banana.
Strong back, Afro.
Even though it's meant to be the father of bananas, the Island baby.
Something
It's meant to be the original one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't spell it. Nutrients. This one. Not been.
It's having a nutrient profile or something. So it might come up.
Nutrients.
Maybe you need the real name for it as opposed to the kind of the. Is it really called?
Jamaican terms.
Yeah, that's probably. What's the actual name for it? You probably will get it from there. But we'll do that another time if you want.
Yeah, we do that another time. That's an English name where probably the Jamaican find that first, call it strongback first. You know what I mean? They want to put
they
some.
give everything nicknames.
Yeah,
That's why. So you're not gonna find it properly.
Yeah, no, I'm not finding it still. But strongback, yeah. But anywho, strongback. I know that's an aphrodisiac as well, though. So, but it's good for your back. So definitely. Strengthens your back, your core muscle, your back muscles and all that. What else have we got? Yeah, search me heart. It's good for
your heart.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's good for your heart, but I know.
It's actually ready, isn't it?
Yeah?
It's good for your heart.
Good for your heart.
Jamaicans are literal, right?
Jeez, yeah. But I know it's good for colds and that. So it fights against colds and all that. So getting rid of certain mucus and all that. But yeah, good for your heart. So the herbs, you want to cleanse your heart, do with anything. Cause I never. What fruit helps with the heart?
As the name suggests, this medicinal herb is used to treat heart conditions.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's
there you
good. Chest pains, asthma, mucus, heart palpitation.
Yeah, mucus, yeah.
Congestion, common cold. Yeah, it also tackles stomach problems and promotes good digestion. So that's really good.
Whatever helps and feeds the microbiome is good to go. Microbiome is the key. Probiotics that we just talk about, prebiotics, you got the nuts. Nuts is prebiotics. You got
prebiotics are anything that feed the good bacteria in your gut. Probiotics will introduce the good bacteria to your gut.
100. So you got the was it lactobacillus?
Yeah.
You got the bifidobacterium.
Different ones, yeah. There's so many.
Bifidobacterium, lactobacillus, but acidophilus.
Yeah. That's one.
Those are the 3 names that you need to look at when you go buy out your probiotics. But like I said before, you should eat them first thing in the morning. Yeah, drink water. Try and neutralize your stomach acid, because your stomach acid can actually get neutralized. Not, it can buffer it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slightly, yeah, because of water.
Of course, yeah. So that's the first thing that you want to do. Obviously, go to the loo, empty out your colon as much as possible. Drink alkaline water, shall buffer it up. Take your probiotics. Your probiotics, you can get them in capsule forms, or you can drink them as fermented drinks. You know, but you want to get them. You want to introduce them first thing in the morning, because at least it gets past your stomach acid, your hydrochloric acid, and then it enters in what you call your small intestine, the duodenum and the jejunum. Actually, then it passes through to your large intestines. That's where it feeds. That's where it harbors. So you want to get them through there before you start introducing food, and then your stomach acid turns into that acidic environment that it does. You know, you want to pass it through. So 50 billion is the minimum probiotics or life bacteria that you want to take in a capsule, and you have to get the slow releasing capsules as well. That helps it gets through the stomach acids and into the right area before it opens up. And that's another way you can and another way you can find out if it's benefiting you is that it makes you go to the loo easier. No constipation. You know, and a lot of people go to the loo wrong as well, because they're even up to the pad that we use is that a right
The angle.
Yeah,
the
meant
angle.
to do the squat, innit?
You need to do the
Meant
squat.
to do the squat to get everything out.
100.
That's why even in Gambia they got the hole in the ground, and
Yeah.
and boom, someone was like trying to laugh at them.
Yeah.
Like, the whole,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that was, and then someone broke down the science.
Yeah,
But you've still got a lot of the
Yeah.
the feeds.
yeah, because it stops it.
It can't fully
pinches
think
it
like
off.
Yeah,
like
pinches
my
off,
man's
exactly.
Even when he's in England,
Yeah.
he's standing on the toilet,
Yeah,
holding the sink
yeah.
in order to fully clear out man's thing. You get me? Trust me.
So, you know,
Science behind everything.
yeah, it's not backed by
Absolutely.
science. A lot of stuff that we do that we think is normal, it's not normal.
Even the tissue thing in this country, like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Clean
Really,
yourself.
truly, yeah, man, really, man, to be
Yeah,
using water. If you
yeah.
go back to Africa, blood,
Yeah, water,
you know,
soap.
man, I using water.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
B-days,
Imagine
yeah,
like
B-days,
imagine, yeah, bid it. That's what man want to get in
Yeah.
man's yard. You
Yeah,
get people
yeah.
car. Imagine like a bird shits on man, and then I give you tissue.
Yeah.
Until you just wipe it.
Yeah,
Remember, that's the norm
yeah.
all over the country, you know.
Yeah.
This is the norm. This
Yeah.
is the civilized norm, blood.
Yeah.
You get me?
Yeah,
And
but
man
it-
just wipe off the bird shit with tissue. wipe
true.
it,
Brother.
just rubbing it in. You get me? But if you use water now, you wash it away.
You don't want to go into the history of
Yeah,
UK.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
want to go to the history
Yeah,
of
let's say
UK.
it,
Because that's a history
yeah.
thing. We can talk about
Yeah,
that.
Spain and
But-
the Moors,
Boy,
civilization. and
so
all
we
these
don't want to
things.
go into the history of
I didn't
UK
even think about it like that.
because nah, you don't want to go into the history of UK because you know, and then even up to the plumbing system
Yeah.
dates back to ancient Kemet.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
first using copper
Yeah.
pipe that we use right now. I saw the pipe. I'm a plumber.
Yeah.
Goes all the way back into ancient Kemet, 3000 BC. They were using copper for plumbing system. So we already know where half of these concepts come from, you know. But we don't want to get into it. So we got the donkey weed. We got the black sage.
I saw that. I didn't know that. Did you know? What does that do?
Let's Google it.
Okay. That's good.
But sage, everyone heard about sage, innit?
Yeah, but
Sage
usually
meant to
people
be
use
good.
it for bad energy and
Yeah.
stuff, right?
Yeah.
To burn it. I didn't.
Yeah, I
Can
never
you
seen
take
that
it as well, like a tea?
Boy, I mean, I know still. Yeah, boy. Black
Black sage
sage.
health benefits. Okay, so it contains natural pain-relieving chemical
Choo.
compounds like terpenoids and has strong terpenoids. I never heard of that word, you know.
Yeah.
And has strong anti-inflammatory properties.
Okay.
It's also got it made essential oil from it as well, and has antimicrobial effects.
And it's good for sleep, pleasure, dream, so it helps you rest at night.
That's cool, man.
Oh, shit, what is it? Ace protection during astral protection. What the? That's some pseudo thing where.
Astral
Yes.
Man's in protection.
Encourage dreams and vision.
I'm not surprised by the name, to be honest.
Bedtime, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Black sage.
Got loads of antioxidant-
REM sleep, all of those type of sleep is all beneficial because it helps your brain what? Detox itself.
Yeah, it helps
Your
blood
brain,
sugar.
you know, so your neurons go through a detox when you go sleep. So sleep is the best. It's very vital. You know, so a lot of people go sleep and think, you know, but there's a lot of things that's going in your brain that your brain does. You know, your neurons go through a detox to get rid of heavy metal because neurons is a cell within itself. It's got a cell body called soma, and it's got the mitochondria and etc. Or does it? I might be corrected, but I know it's got a cell body. It might, yeah.
I know what you're
Actually,
talking about. I know what you.
let me check myself. Let me recheck myself. You know, 'cause I know Soma. Let me see. Soma's got a mitochondria.
And it's got the dendrites, right?
Yeah, dendrite and synapse. Soma, myojo.
Is that the sage you're burning over there?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
mitochondria. I wanted to see if it smells like
Yeah.
sage. Let's put some. I have to fact check what I'm saying, you know? But you have to make sure that I'm giving out the right information. I saw I got mitochondria. Yeah. So cells, yeah. So neurons got mitochondrial, you know, and it's got the and it's got the lysosome as well, so it helps get rid of heavy metal. It goes through a detox, raining that side as well. But yeah, man, that's what we do. But yeah, so anything that you want to touch on?
I think one thing that's really important, and I always tell people when it comes to eating healthy, it's not just what you put in your body, but it's what you put on your body. And if you're detoxing with a lot of these herbs, but you're still using things like Nivea and a lot of hair things on your scalp that contain chemicals, deodorants that contain a lot of chemicals, stops you from. There's another thing with deodorants, you know.
Yeah.
You put it under your arm. It contains anti-odor. Obviously, it stops the bacteria from multiplying, and so it deals with the odor. But one thing, it's got antiperspirants, and antiperspirants actually block your pores. So where you got underneath your arms and everything, and you've got the what's the word? I've lost it. Basically, to help you detox your lymph nodes.
Okay.
Underneath your armpits. When you block it, so
Yeah,
the sweat that
lymph
comes
nodes,
that helps to release toxins from your body. When it's blocked up, you're not.
Yeah.
It's actually going back inside. So you need to be careful what you put on your skin. So wherever you can, I always tell people, use things like oils to moisturize your skin, shea butter, things like that. You can add essential oils to it, which is much better for you. There's various recipes. I'm trying to create.
I heard the key limes are good for underarms.
Listen, it works.
Yeah.
I do that.
Yeah,
It works.
I heard key limes are very good for it.
That's for the ladies out there using all that stuff on your hair, put that under your armpit and all that there. It gets through those pores, and that, especially when it comes to the hair part by products, it gets into your brain.
Hair products, yeah, because you imagine deep conditioning, it's all being absorbed into your skin. Your skin absorbs things.
Yeah.
So I always tell people, try your best to get as much things as natural as possible. That's why I'm trying to create my own stuff. There's no point putting all the
Salute. Make sure you salute your channel and all that as well.
Me,
Yeah.
I'm still getting started.
Yeah,
I'm still getting started, yeah. But yeah, I will eventually.
Okay, you would.
Yeah, because I haven't set up anything yet.
Oh,
but,
okay.
you know.
Okay. So yeah, no, definitely.
So I would say that's key. But yeah,
What about the
key limes
ladies?
work very well.
Focus on the lady, because I don't have too many lady perspective on my channel. That's the next thing.
Ladies' perspective, I would
I
say.
think on what they might be going through that they, you could might give some advice on.
Do you know what? A lot of the illnesses and things that people go through in general, it's the same thing, the same cure. Eat highly dense nutritional foods. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Because once your body gets the nutrients it needs, it functions well. I would say for women, make sure your vitamin D levels are up, because that really affects your mood. Make sure that you have a lot of things like sea moss that contain a lot of minerals, moringa powder. Those things are also like act as natural supplements for you. To help balance, because we lose so much blood on a monthly basis, you tend to get hormonal imbalances. There's been times when I've been just depressed or down. I don't know why.
Yeah.
No reason, you know.
Yeah.
And I can't figure it out, and it's because I'm not eating right, or I'm not getting enough nutrients. So I would say make sure that you're juicing often, building your body back, and that will help with a lot of mood swings, hair loss, and issues like that. So yeah.
Prebiotics feed the microbiome, because they'll send those signals, the dopamine, the serotonin straight to your brain. This is your happy, you're happy, and the depression and all that type of thing there.
You've got
so
an imbalance there.
So this feed your body, because that's your vessel that you're gonna live your life in. Your brain and your visions and your thoughts is what's going on in your head, but what's gonna move the machine is your body. Your body is what's gonna be your vessel for life, so take care of it. We're all getting old, the age is gonna, we're gonna, because you know what, it's a lot of these dietary habits, I would say generational curses, because
They are. That's what generational curses are. Things you pick up from.
yeah.
They're habits that are passed down. Really and truly, mindsets that are passed down, attitudes and beliefs that are passed down.
Jeez.
That's what it is.
Yeah. And we think because past generation have lived to a certain age with it, we think that is right. Then it's been, well, we can talk about the complications that a lot of our elders are going through. Inflammation all up in the joints, causing arthritis and everything, all of that type of stuff. All of that is all build up of environmental hazards with dietary hazards, you know, and there's some genetics that everyone's gonna, you know what I mean? Because
yeah, but genetics, you know what? Genetics don't play such a large role that people think. Because
Okay.
even if you look into epigenetics,
Yep.
that scientists want. If you look at the Watson and Crick model, where your kind of your characteristics are determined by your genes, your genetic makeup, so
Okay.
you can't get out of that.
Okay.
But epigenetics is actually finding that it's actually your consciousness awareness that affects your genetics.
Okay.
And actually is in control of which genes are turned on and which genes are turned off. It's
Okay.
the environment that
Environment,
your cells are in.
your senses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your environment that your cells are in
Essentially.
control the genetic expression.
Expression, yeah.
So more than
Epigenetics,
anything,
yeah.
So that's key. So the environment in terms of what you take in your body,
Like
what you
manipulation.
consume with your mind, your belief, your awareness, all of that stuff, your perception of the environment. It's deep stuff,
It's
you
all
know.
your senses. The six senses governs your experiences, governs your consciousness
it's
and
deep.
everything.
That's a whole nother video.
Yeah, that's
man.
another
That
bing
is
bang,
another
bing
video.
bang. But yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely. This is a start, you know. Sis and bro, you know.
Yeah, I'm sister, by the way. I think
Chopping it up, yeah, little sister, you know, she's chopping it up, she's been in it, she lived by it the same way that Eazi does, you know, we live by it, we don't just talk about it, and as you can see, we've got a bag of herbs that we, you know, that we bought up, and we're gonna know, I think Ras even bought some bananas, you want
These are
banana?
mad cute. These are so cute.
Banana,
So,
yeah, boy, small bananas, red bananas as well, the highest in potassium, small bananas, yeah, one small banana, it's like it's got the same nutrients or condensed
Yeah.
nutrients as a big one.
Yeah,
So
they do.
try get yourself some small bananas.
Yeah, these
know?
are nutrient dense.
Yep.
Not
So
genetically modified.
that's episode 1. Safiya and Eazi kicking the science, but there's gonna be more. So we get more. But anyway, bing bang. That's it, boy. Bing bang.